Hey guys, what's up? My name is Eric and I'm the Techy Agent, and today we're doing a full fitness review of the new Moto 360. So the new Moto 360 is here, and this is my full fitness review. However, before we get into that review, I wanted to give you my thoughts and opinions on the device overall. I think it looks fantastic. This is one of my favorite looking smartwatches right now, especially at its current price point. And I love some of the new modifications and upgrades that have come along with this new version of the Moto 360. So with this version, notably, you'll have the new lugs on the side of the watch where the bands connect instead of the previous lugless version of the watch from 2014. Button placement has also been rotated a few degrees from the old version, and that means you won't accidentally depress that button with your hand when you're flexing your wrist. Now, I have an iPhone and the Apple Watch, but I gotta say, I love the round watch face, and I love just this overall styling of this watch in contrast with the Apple Watch. I prefer, personally, the user interface of the Apple Watch. I think it's easier to use, but cosmetically, I think that Android Wear has something going on here, especially with this circular design of the Moto 360. Now, in terms of using this as a fitness tracker, iOS or the iPhone are out, because if you pair this watch or any Android Wear watch with iOS, with your iPhone, it doesn't allow you to have the ability of native apps. You're not able to download new apps onto the watch. You just you're stuck with the ones that come with it. So I had to pair this with my Android phone in order to download Google Fit and to be able to use this as a fitness tracker. So Android Wear, or the Moto 360 in this case, will only really make sense as a fitness tracker if you're going to use it paired with an Android phone. Now, I only had this review unit for a couple of weeks, and so I only had the ability to test this with Google Fit. I did not have the ability to test this with all of the different applications and fitness applications that are out there, but I wanted to at least see how this worked as a fitness tracker using Google Fit, in contrast with the success that I've had using the Apple Watch with the Apple Health Kit. So the first thing I wanted to do, of course, was to pair this with my Polar H7 chest strap. This is a very common chest strap, and it's been able to pair with virtually any Bluetooth fitness tracking device that I've used in the past, including the Apple Watch. So I went ahead and opened up the settings and turned on my Bluetooth on the watch and began to pair it with the Polar H7, and it detected the Polar H7 right off the bat. But after attempting about 3 or 4 times, I was unsuccessful in getting the watch to pair with the H7 Bluetooth chest strap. Now, while the Moto 360 does have an optical heart rate sensor on the back side of the watch, everybody knows, that's in fitness at least, that optical heart rate sensors on the back of a device aren't as accurate as a chest strap. So I was a little bit disappointed that this was not able to pair with the chest strap. So my only real option then at this point was to go with the built-in onboard heart rate monitor, and I was disappointed. So at rest, I've taken a couple of readings, and they are wildly inaccurate. My resting heart rate tends to be below 60 beats per minute usually, unless maybe I've had some coffee or something. Not only did it take a long time to find my heart rate, it put it at 134, my resting heart rate at 134, so there was no way that was accurate. So I adjusted the watch and immediately proceeded to take another testing to see if it would come back with better numbers, and I got back even higher numbers now, 149 at resting heart rate. Further evidence of the unreliability of the heart rate monitor came while lifting weights. I would go ahead and lift weights, and then I'd pause and take a reading after I had a chance to kind of sit and rest for a while. But still, my heart rate would be elevated. So I would do an exercise, maybe get my heart rate up to probably about 130, 140, and then take a reading, and it would come back with numbers that were probably my resting heart rate, closer to like 55, 60 beats per minute. And there's no way that was accurate, because obviously I was working out and my heart rate was at least 120, 130, if not higher. Now, to be fair, most of these heart rate sensors on these newer smartwatches are designed to get your resting heart rate, not your active heart rate. So this was probably the case with the Moto 360, at least on this version or edition of the watch. There is going to be a sport edition of the watch, and perhaps that one will be a little bit more accurate and better at taking your heart rate. Now, Google Fit is supposed to automatically detect exercise, and it didn't do a good job. So for weightlifting, it only gave me credit for 4 minutes, and I had to manually enter the rest of the time that I had worked out. And so it didn't do a great job. It only gave me credit for 4 minutes, but once I had entered in that additional 40 minutes, it gave me credit for that. However, what's the point in having a fitness tracker if it can't do what it's supposed to do, which is automatically track your exercise? Now, I don't think that the Moto 360 and Google Fit are all that bad as a fitness tracker. It's designed to track steps, distance, calories, and then you can manually enter your exercise. And it does all of those things well, but you're just not going to be able to use this as an exercise tracker. It's just going to be an overall activity tracker. Even jogging, for example, had to be manually entered because the fitness tracking credit came back at 0 minutes or 0 activities logged. So this is clearly designed, Google Fit and the Moto 360, for basic fitness tracking, not advanced fitness tracking. But there are other apps out there that potentially would offer you some more functionality and better features. So if you're looking for advanced fitness tracking, specifically for exercise, this is probably not your device. So this is not for athletes or those looking to track exercise, but this is for those who want basic integrated fitness tracking in their smartwatch. So even though the Moto 360 doesn't offer advanced fitness tracking, and that's to be expected, it is a great smartwatch. It is primarily a smartwatch, and it does a really good job with that. It looks good on the outside. It looks good on the user interface. So if you're looking for a well-rounded smartwatch with the ability to also track basic health metrics, the Moto 360 is definitely worth checking out. Hey guys, my name is Eric, and I'm the Techy Agent. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.